Captain Sanjay Prashar, National Shipping Board member. Good morning, Captain. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. There are as many as 48 Indian sailors who are stranded. But now China is saying that the real reason for the Indian sailors being stuck in China is that the freight forwarder does not want to adjust plans due to commercial interests. What should India be doing at this point in time then?
Thank you. Times Now, first of all, we are seeing for the first time 4.5 lakh seafarers, Indians, and out of which 48 being held captive. And you guys have actually brought it to the light, to the world, actually, what we are going through. It has been going on for so long, 6 months, and it's actually the way China naturally works. These 48 seafarers on 3 ships, and China is saying that, okay, you take the ship and you take the cargo and get out of here. That's the way they want to conduct business. And I think it is absolutely ridiculous for them not to give any special rights for the humans working out at sea. I think thousands of ships go there. You know, how come they have allowed 3 ships to discharge from Korea and go away? I still remember in IMO, a long time back, one of the vessels where Indian master was put in the jail in Korea, and China supported us. I think they very well understand what they are doing. And what I saw the tweet yesterday, I think it is just trying to make fun of the commercial issues there. The issue is not commercial. यहाँ पर सवाल जो है वो मानव अधिकारों का है और बड़ा सिंपल सी बात है. आप इंडियन सीफेयर्स को उतार कर दूसरे इंडियन सीफेयर्स को जाने दीजिए. India is already allowing it. We are allowing Chinese seafarers to sign on, sign off in India, you know, of course by charter flights, and they are not reciprocating. I think it has got to do much more than commercial issues. I think they are probably, you know, not even wanting to hear us. And that is very worrisome, you know. And I understand the government is doing whatever best they can do. But presently, I see no hope. And the morale of the crew is very low. And it is impacting other Indians also, you know, who are sailing out at sea. Everybody is watching this carefully. It is absolutely unfair treatment of seafarers, criminalization of seafarers. And I don't think China has got a business to do that.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You know, their morale currently is quite low. We've heard from them as well. 48 of these Indian sailors were stranded since last 7 months now. You know, somebody is quite old, has got medical condition. Another person says that he hasn't seen the child since last 18 months. I mean, you know, the situation is quite bad and worrisome. On priority, what is it that the Indian government can do in a situation like this, Captain?
Madam, there are actually just 2 choices. The first choice, Indian flag vessel needs to have Indian seafarers. The other vessel, they can probably hire a couple of Chinese seafarers and relieve Indian seafarers. It is actually not that very complex. And I hope that what India is doing for Chinese seafarers, China reciprocates same. And the minimum what they can do is relieve the non-essential seafarers who are not in the safe manning certificate, because safe manning is about 17, 18, you know. So at least there will be some hope. 6 to 10 seafarers can be easily relieved on every of these 3 ships, you know. So I think that is what Indian government should minimum ask them, you know. भैया जिनको उतरना है, जो सेफ मैनिंग सर्टिफिकेट में जो कंपल्शन है उसके हिसाब से नहीं है, कम से कम उन्हें तो घर जाने दो. एक आशा की किरण तो जगेगी, एक पॉजिटिव आउटकम तो होगा.
But, you know, like what China is saying right now, and that too via Twitter, the spokesperson has mentioned that Chinese authorities have never denied any vessel departure. Do you think the situation that we are into right now, the situation that these 48 Indian sailors are into right now, is probably an outcome of the relationship between both the countries and the standoff that is going on, and this is something that China is doing deliberately? Is that your sense? And putting the onus on the company?
I think what they have done is they have diverted this humanitarian crisis to commercial crisis. To be very specific on the commercial crisis, just imagine millions of dollars of cargo and a contract has to be cancelled, and they are saying just get out of China, and then you have to go and have a litigation probably in UK as per the BIMCO agreements or whatever the charter party agreements are there. And you can't address your own legal issues in China because we know it is all about dadagiri there. No court works. Everything is held by the government. So to take the cargo and to take the ship and pick up the anchor, you lose your rights. all commercial rights are zero. And if that is what China is insisting, just because the cargo is coming from Australia, I think it is a direct say by China that we don't want this cargo, we don't want this. You got a humanitarian issue, go to Korea, do your crew change, come back. And I don't think any charters would like to lose their financial, earnings from this. But instead of that, if China just goes one step forward and says, okay, crew change is allowed, you can do the crew change. I don't think they should hold people captive and 18 months, 20 months, मतलब इतनी गलीमत तो हमने पिछले सदियों में कभी भी नहीं सुनी. और कोविड के समय जब पूरी दुनिया त्राही त्राही मचा रही है, and we know what China has done during COVID times. So I think instead of pushing on the commercial side, if China can be a little more human, I think it will help the whole world. As it is, IMO has declared seafarers essential workers, and India is one of those 49 countries that has recognized seafarers as essential workers. On 23rd December, there is a circular from IMO.
And they are very, very important for the entire world as well. It's high time that the world also acknowledges this, and something is done to bring these 48 officers, 48 Indian sailors back. Captain Prashar, can I just request you to please stay on with us? We have Gaurav Anand, who is second officer on board MV Anastasia, also now joining us on the broadcast. Thank you very much, Gaurav, for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about the situation on board? How long have you been stuck on the vessel?